boys and girls. It's time for Not Another Pucking Podcast, Comedians on Hockey, with your old pal Chris Roach, the sometimes less than personable Anthony DiDomenico, and the Count of Condescension, John Trueson. And now,
let's talk hockey.
You can feel the love.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Hello. I love you. Can you tell me your name? Hello. We sound okay?
Yeah, well, perfect. How about starting the show, you goof?
Oh, wait. Are we on the air?
Yes.
Yeah, it's how he starts every show he ever does.
I don't know. I was waiting for
Podcasts, comedy shows. It's always like a mumble and jumble in the beginning.
Chris Roach is the consummate professional.
Welcome to episode 5 of Comedians on Hockey. This is the Anthony just showed up late episode. We don't want to give him any shit, but he was late. And,
I'm sorry, I'm coming from work.
Okay, listen.
That's when you do things during the day and they give you a paycheck at the end.
See, how come you're wrong, but you're attacking me?
But, you know, I'm late because I was coming from work. There was traffic.
All right, I didn't say anything. You walked in, and I said,
because you annoy me already today with the text message.
Why?
Don't send text messages before the show.
Why? Because you guys know that I have the.
We're gonna bring it. You're gonna bring reality in here now because you're now mad.
I think you're mad at yourself.
I want
Anthony.
everybody to hear Chris Roach's strategy on how to get the podcast on iTunes. It's not, John. It's not like anything like.
I think you're mad at yourself now, Anthony.
He wants to share it. That's how we got to share it. So what's going to happen? We share the podcast, and somebody at iTunes is like, "Hey, look at this, Johnny. Stevie in Ronkonkoma loves this podcast. We got to get it on iTunes." No, you have to submit an RSS feed to iTunes, and that's how it gets on there. No one does it for you.
For your listeners out there,
I love when Anthony talks technological.
For your listeners out there, this is what we call in the psychological world,
Jesus,
misplaced anger or displaced anger.
No, it's not displaced. It's just
he got shit on at work, and so he brought that shit in here.
I didn't get shit on at work. I had a good day at work.
What happened?
I had a great day at work.
What do you do for a living? I don't even know.
I work at a generator company. I run the service department.
You work at a computer company for about
generators. He sells generators to the rich and famous.
I run the service department.
Who are you, Nathan Thurm?
Yeah, Nathan Thurm. I don't know who that is.
It was one of what's his name's character from SNL. Martin Short. He was a nervous guy with a cigarette. He was a lawyer.
And what does it have to do with generators?
He worked for a generator company for a very reputable computer company. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
For a moment there, you sounded exactly like Anthony when he does an impression of you.
Because that's how spot on my impression is.
This my impersonation of Anthony. No, Raj.
And if anybody out there wants to listen to episodes 3 and 4, if 2 and 3 you can't.
Yeah, okay, your podcast is stupid. Don't ask me. I don't care. No, I don't want to do it. No, don't ask me to go. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, thanks for taking me on the show with you last week. I appreciate it, Raj. No, you're not a real friend. No.
Is that me?
That's you.
Okay.
That's you. You're not a real friend. Star Wars.
Star Wars. Okay.
You displease me greatly, and I ignore the both of you.
Poor John has to listen to all this. That's what I feel bad for.
So this is the Thanksgiving episodes.
Yeah, what are we thankful for?
What are we? I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for AJ, the new setup.
I like that sweatshirt.
Tony.
Thank you.
I'm thankful that Sally's on the mend. Everybody, Sally's on the mend. She had the neck surgery. She'll be back next week, hopefully. She's nicer to look at than Tony. And
yeah, but that's not a very high bar. Why
do we go there?
Tony,
brutal.
He's wearing fluorescent today.
People, I was joking. Don't you know a joke when you hear one?
He's wearing fluorescent today. He looks very handsome. So
the Islanders opened their new arena.
Yeah, let's talk about that. How
in style?
In style.
What do you mean in style? Go by that.
They didn't do well.
Oh, well, okay.
You know, one thing they did do right. I'm talking about the pre-show festivities. They paid tribute to Charles Wang.
Okay.
Which
Wang. Jesus Christ! You can't even get the guy's name right.
You can't even have a conversation with him. He really can't. Like, he really is the capital Pitts. Maybe, you know what? Chewing gum and looking at a camera is probably all you can handle. Seriously.
You say Wang, I say Wang. Let's call the whole thing off. Go.
Forget it.
No. I would like to. Anthony, I actually want to hear your opinion on the opening of the new arena.
Well, because I had this thought even before I watched the ceremonies. I was thinking of it leading up to it. Like, this doesn't happen without him.
Absolutely.
Charles Wang.
Absolutely.
Wang!
So let it go. Let it go, Roach.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm sorry.
done.
No. Come on.
This is the last show.
No, wait.
Seriously.
You know what? I like. You're right.
Hold
It
on.
doesn't happen without Wang saving the company from that freaking crook, whoever that guy's name was.
That's not who we saved it from.
And also, like we a friend of ours, Timmy Crumps, his sister works in the front office in the NHL for Gary Bettman. She actually, is like Gary Bettman's sidekick there. And she said, like, of all the owners that would come in and stuff, the most down to earth, like, cool, normal guy was Charles Wang.
Yeah, Milbury said the same thing about him too. And the biggest complaint people had about him was that he was very loyal, and he wanted to like do too much. Like he wanted to give these guys like how did DiPietro get a 15-year contract is because he wanted to reward all those guys. He wanted to give Michael Peck a 10-year contract. Like Milbury had to actually talk him out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because he always wanted to repay people that were good to him.
Yeah.
And this project that happened now, the whole Islanders arena would not happen without him. You think about what happened, people don't realize that how close this team was to leaving. In 2014 when the lease was up, they had to go to Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a 11th hour, move. There was all talks about him going to Kansas City, even
Quebec.
Quebec.
Yep.
And you think about it, they turned down that lighthouse project. The Islanders had nowhere to go.
That was a great If you ever saw what the drawing of
It looked amazing.
Yeah, that would have been amazing for Long Island.
But this is what, that's him starting that whole lighthouse project and really wanting to build something for the Islanders that was really special and a top arena from the play-in. That started then. And this is now that culmination of all that, through the years. He sold the team to Ledecky. They got this done here at Belmont. And the place looks amazing. And everybody I know that went to the game said it's one of the best buildings they've ever been in. The atmosphere was great. The crowd sounded great. I mean, they didn't play great, but they're also down to like 2 players that are healthy right now.
Yeah,
so.
really. So,
Charles Wang.
Little hand for Charles
Wang. Charles Wang.
Little respect.
I went Sunday.
All right, tell us about it, AJ.
Oh, no.
It's not the Coliseum. That's first and foremost. It's really nice. It's really new. I'm not used to it yet.
More than 2 restrooms?
There's restrooms everywhere.
Is that what you're not used to? Is that you're not used to watching a game in a nice building? Is that what?
It's going to get weird. It's weird to get used to. The crowd was not really into the game because we have guys like Andy Andreoff playing. I like Robin Salo, but Grant Hutton, the team's just not good right now. We'll get into that later. Mm-hmm. It's a great building. I do miss the intimate feel of the Coliseum, being on top of, everyone, even in the halls. Mm-hmm. It's different. It's really new and really nice. I'm very excited for it, and I'll grow into it. The only thing I don't like is for parking. If you park in the Emerald lot, you have to walk like a mile to get to the stadium.
Oof. Side note, Anthony, don't park in the Emerald lot.
You know what? How many people have been online when you got to pee at the Nassau Coliseum? That is one of the longest bathroom lines ever. So that's probably one of the chief complaints or the first thing they talked about. All right, we got to make sure there's more bathrooms.
So from the drawings and everything, because I haven't been there yet, the layout as far as like some of the seats and it kind of looked like the Coliseum in a little bit. Did it is that no?
It really, honestly, it felt like the Prudential Center.
Okay,
but like a newer, nicer version of it.
You know what? And I'm all for that because I did see a game at the Prudential Center and it was one of the best hockey experiences I ever had. I watched. Mm-hmm. I went and saw the Islanders and Devils the January right before COVID hit. Roach,
why do that?
You're moving your hand.
My other complaint is they have the Section 329. The wild crowd that does all the chants and the cheering and the screaming. They have them way too low. They have them like more in the 200 section, so their voice is supposed to be propelling off of the ceiling, which they're not really close to. So it's kind of
what is this section? Dead. I have no idea what you're talking about.
329. They do all the chants like the
It's like the for the Yankees the
bleacher creatures.
Yeah, like the Mets have. I know in like left field.
What's it? The seven line. 7 line, yeah.
Yeah. I've seen
it's like that, basically.
They're all dressed in similar T-shirts. Yeah, wow. So you know what, though? I was thinking about the Islanders' loss, and it's almost like every banner raising, the teams always lose. Was there any presentations beforehand, or was any big to do? Didn't we ask?
Yeah, they had.
Didn't we ask Duguay about that? We asked them why does a team always lose when they raise a banner or something like that? It's because they're in their uniforms all day. And the other team just shows up and they practice and they're ready to play. When these guys are like, they got to go through ceremonies, so maybe they get a little like, I don't know, stiff.
I don't think it was that.
Their routine is broken up.
I think it was that they got like 8 players out. I mean,
you
had Anders Lee out. You had
to quote AJ DeVito, they're just not good at hockey.
Is that what?
I like to hear
They
Don Cherry
played,
say
I
that.
thought they played good Sunday night. They just couldn't put the puck in the net. But it's just, I don't know.
They didn't play bad Sunday. I'll give them that. But they didn't play good enough to win. I don't think Toronto really beat us as bad as
No.
it looked. But
I don't
just
think
couldn't
they
convert.
played
So you
that.
think-
I don't think they played that bad Saturday night.
I
either.
thought we were going to win Saturday for sure.
Yeah.
What do you
I-
think is going to happen in the Range game? You know what? I wouldn't be shocked if they pull an upset.
I mean, I could see it happening, but like I have no faith in this team right now. I mean, it's not that not for the future. I'm saying just right now. Like once everybody gets healthy, it's just been a tough break, tough start of the season.
There's not
I
something
mean,
about this team.
Chara's out with COVID now.
Yep.
Nelson's out 2 to 4 weeks. It just
This is our defensive core right now. It's
Yeah.
Paul LaDue or Thomas Hickey, Sebastian Aho, Robin Salo, Noah Dobson, Scott Mayfield, and Grant Hutton.
it's
Wow.
scary.
Who's been there the longest? Mayfield? Would be
Mayfield.
honest?
And
Mayfield,
Scott
yeah.
Mayfield has not been great this year. My one thing with him, he's been pinching far too often. But when he is your number one defenseman, that's kind of scary. And I like Scott Mayfield. Don't get me wrong.
Not like Mayfield
He's
too.
solid,
but, like,
Not as
he's
your top
not your
defenseman,
top
yeah,
defenseman.
as
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But
Great guy, but
and I'm just waiting for Parisi to put the puck in the net because I think once he does, he's going to go on a tear.
he's been great. I can't
Yeah.
complain with him.
He's just, it's almost like that, if you're in baseball terms, like keep lining out to the shortstop. You're hitting the ball hard.
Yeah.
Yep.
And eventually something's going to go in, and then I think it's going to go on a tear. So, I mean, the future I think is going to be okay this season. It's just, right now they're limping along, and they had to get through the stretch. I mean, they did, 15 games on the road. You come into the new building with, most of your starters out, and now it's, even more gone. COVID's going through the locker room. That's what happens.
Yep. And the Rangers continue
They look
to
good.
find ways to win no matter what they're doing. It's a lot. Obviously, Shesterkin carrying them a lot. Georgiev, not good. Not good. And what are they going to do with him? What are they going to do with Georgiev?
Bring up my boy. Bring up Sachem Malum.
Well,
Keith Kincaid.
Here's your problem with that. If you make that move, there's a lot of waivers that have to be cleared, and you could lose guys.
Yeah.
There's another guy. I
I don't know about that stuff.
What the hell is the guy's name? The Rangers have a goalie down there who is like waiver free because he's never played in NHL.
That
game.
confuses me with that waiver stuff.
I'll look it up.
So if
Yeah.
they send
That confuses him.
if they send him down, they send Kincaid up. What do they have to do? They gotta.
You got to clear waivers. Another team can claim him and take him away from you.
Oh, just like playing fantasy football. I get it.
Yeah,
okay.
there is some kind of a technicality, like for a conditioning or an injury or some nonsense. So you can pull a fast one there and say he was injured, and you got to get him conditioning time or some nonsense.
Interesting.
You can get away with that, but
Is it Adam Huska or
yes,
Tyler Wall?
Huska?
Adam Huska, yeah. I've heard of him.
Huska, you could bring up without any kind of waiver. So who the heck knows?
Huska.
Who knows?
They should have traded Georgiev
Yeah,
like 2 or 3 years ago.
yeah.
They could have got like a first or second round pick for him too.
yeah, a while ago. He's got. You know, it's funny. Could you focus, Roach? What's the matter
I'm
with
trying
you?
to share the podcast here with people too. And he's like,
Jeez.
This is nice fabric.
Georgiev currently has the worst goals against average worst Rangers goals against average since who? Steve Valiquette,
Oh my God!
which is pretty hilarious.
Did they bring that up in the intermission?
No, I just read that the other day and I laughed because Steve Valiquette is he's great and he's
Yeah.
one of the best analysts in the world.
Oh, good dude too.
But yeah, he's a great guy.
He was. It's so interesting seeing him next to Lundqvist.
Yeah, yeah.
Valiquette was a good goalie, but
Yeah.
he was a backup, and it's so funny when we saw him play in that one game at Bethpage.
Yep. The Rangers charity game.
The charity game. The alumni came out, and Valiquette, I saw him there. I'm like, oh wow! And now I'm thinking he's going to play goalie. He played defense.
Yeah.
And it's funny trying to watch a defenseman skate on regular skates. He looked like, a midnight hockey player. He looked like somebody that wasn't playing a lot of hockey. But good guy though. Hey, why don't we jump into our first segment?
What segment are we jumping into?
Roach
Chris
Googled
Roach?
something, so he's got a segment.
In lieu. What do you mean? I had an idea, so I googled.
What idea did you
And
have?
around the world in hockey.
Is that our first segment or no?
No, this is in lieu, but we can hear
It's
that
in
anyway.
lieu.
I googled something. An idea. It is. I got a computer.
Because-
my wife bought it because I said, Diane, can I buy your computer? I need to bring you an idea. Google.
All right, listen. I Are you settled in? You settled
Oh,
in?
no.
You settled in your apartment yet?
Yeah, I am
Christ
actually.
Almighty.
All right, what'd you Google, Roach?
I was
When
thinking
you,
like,
settle, when you get your own place, you let me know.
last week, shut your face. Last week, we were talking about Draisaitl and Connor McDavid, and I got to thinking about
A tandem of repute.
I started thinking about the dynamic duos of all-time NHL, which led me to this article written by Josh Bell from thehockeywriters.com. And what? What are you pointing at? My screen?
You got on your computer.
It's a pretty tree with Diane put it there.
Yeah. You don't even
Okay.
have your own computer.
Focus.
The best duos of all time in NHL history. First of all, can we have a theme song for this?
Oh, I'm gonna throw up.
Oh my God. Okay, thank you, Tony.
It'll take him all day to figure this one out.
Dynamic. Listen, and let's go for number 10 on his list. Brett Hull and Adam Oates.
Adam Oates. That was a good tandem. We like them. Adam Oates, a great all-around player, but spectacular on faceoffs.
Oates was from Boston, right? The Bruins. Did
And he
come
played
over from
with
Boston?
Washington as
yeah.
well.
Yep.
He's
Right?
also a skills coach right now, one of the best in the league. Guys spend over $100,000 just to work with him.
Really?
Yeah.
Best eyebrows in the league, hands down. All right.
So this is just two. Are these two guys who specifically played together, or just like the two best guys on the team at the time?
I think Roger's picking two guys out of thin air.
Good question. Good question, John Trueson.
like Wayne Gretzky and the guy who made hot dogs. They're a good tandem. You
Let's
go to
read
the
on.
Kings game. You saw goals. He had a hot dog. It was good tandem.
Let's say, okay, combined awards. One has a Hart Memorial Trophy, one Lady Bing, one Lester B. Peterson, and Maurice Richard. Three-time Maurice Rocket Richard winner. That's Brett Hull, baby. And what's his name? Just passed Brett Hull on the stats. Ovi just passed Brett Hull. Mm-hmm.
Is Brett and Bobby the highest scoring father son team?
I don't know. AJ?
I believe that is. It's got to be.
What
right?
about
Yeah.
Father son goal scoring tandem. Bobby and
Yeah, it has to be.
Bobby
Yeah,
and Brett.
because
like,
it's gotta
Gordie
be.
Howe scored like 900 goals, and his sons combined scored 5. So it's definitely he's definitely. I think they're definitely the highest.
And like we were talking about before, the highest tandem brothers.
That's the best stat ever.
What two brothers have the most NHL points combined in NHL history? Do you know, young AJ?
Well, are we counting brothers or
Brothers.
multiple?
Brothers,
No,
two
Well,
brothers.
obviously multiple. Wouldn't be.
It's two brothers.
It's-
Yeah.
you
No,
know-
I'm trying to think because the Sutters, they have so many
But
of those.
No,
you
no, no.
could-
But,
you could
but, they,
tec- you
but
could-
they have more than that.
But you could technically grab two Sutter brothers together. If you
Are you
have
just
Yeah.
looking to grab two random like?
Two random brothers. Ooh.
Sedines, Sutters.
That probably was my guess.
I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you a
Stastny.
clue. It's a trick question.
It is kind of a trick question.
I'm not getting it then.
The answer is Wayne Gretzky and his
Oh,
brother.
yeah.
His brother
Brent
scored like
Gretzky.
a
Yeah.
goal
Yeah,
and
I've heard-
2
I've-
assists.
Brent has 1 goal and 3 assists.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't think of that one. Wow.
That is humorous. That is humorous.
Yeah, is that on your list there?
So, anyway, the two stars played for St. Louis from 1989-90 to the 1991-2 season.
We don't need the bio on everybody. Skip to the next duo.
It's most.
Yeah, good.
Isn't that a 5-hour show?
And for the article, it's also what they accomplished together. So they didn't say anything about lines. I was putting up the
Okay.
article
Yeah.
right now.
Okay.
Thank you,
Yeah.
AJ, for saving that.
All right, now before you go down the thing, Anthony DiDomenico.
Yes.
Best tandem that you recall seeing on a team.
Best ever?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, how can you go wrong with like Lemieux and Yager?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a solid pick right there.
I don't know how they didn't win like 10. He got sick, but like, you know, that to me was like either one of those
That's
guys on their
incredible.
own are superstars, and you had both of those guys on the line. That's probably the best one I've seen.
And both six, 165, 164. Are they both
Yeah.
6'5"?
Yeah, they're both gigantic. And I think 166. I think Lemieux's 6'6".
Yeah,
As much as I hate
think
the
Lemieux was
Penguins,
6'6".
as much as I hate the Penguins, and that started my early hatred for them was back then.
Yeah.
I will say that's probably the best two guys I've seen.
Chris
on the line
Roach, what do you
together.
got?
Honorable mention. I like to do an honorable mention. Not on this list. Two other players that both over 6'3" was Eric Lindros and John Leclerc. The Legion was it
Legion
Legion of
of
Doom.
Doom.
was it Legion of Doom?
Yep,
It was
yep,
called. Yeah. Oh
yep.
my God, they kicked the piss out of us. Those two guys.
Yep. You know what's funny? It's like, and I'm thinking of my two, and it's always like two guys that killed your team.
Yeah,
Because I'm thinking, and I'm going way back because I'm elderly. I'm thinking Phil Esposito and Bobby Orr.
Killed
like
us.
they killed it. Rangers had great teams in the 70s, but the Bruins had Phil Esposito and Bobby Orr.
Yeah, any sport I could do that. Like with baseball in the early '90s, it was definitely Griffey and Buhner and the Mariners teams.
Right.
And basketball, people always argue like, how can you say Michael Jordan's the greatest basketball player of all time? Because as a Knicks fan, he broke my heart every single year. That's how I can say he's the greatest basketball player of all time. I've seen it.
AJ, hockey tandem.
Hockey, well, right now, for me, probably McDavid and Draisaitl. They're doing unprecedented stuff. I know there's Lemieux, Gretzky. I believe Lemieux, Yager, Gretzky, Yari Curry.
Right.
For the Islanders, we'll throw some New Yorker into it. I'm going to say Tavares and Matt Mollison. They were really good together.
Okay.
They were very good
And
together.
they're very underrated as a duo.
Yeah, and I want the list we looked at.
Not near this list, though, obviously.
I don't know whether it's this list. Are there two Islanders on this list, Chris Roach, that I'm going to mention?
Of course there are.
All right, then I'll wait. Then I'll wait for you to get to them.
Of course there'll be two.
Sidney
Crosby and Malkin.
I got to read.
Okay, Sidney Crosby and Malkin.
Number 8.
All right.
Malkin likes peppermint.
All right, who's number
patties.
7?
Oh.
Number 7. Let's count this
No, he
thing
doesn't
down.
like that. Number 7, Stan Mikita, Bobby Hull.
Stan Mikita and Bobby Hull didn't play on the same line. Dennis Hull played with Stan Mikita. Dennis was Bobby's wacky
Can't even
brother.
Google a thing right.
Lemieux Yager is number 6, Pittsburgh Penguins.
Okay.
And number 5, we have New York Islanders.
All right, let's go.
Mike Bossy, Brian Trottier.
I'm not arguing with that, but I think they're disrespecting my man Clark Gillies.
4 Stanley Cups. Yeah, but Gillies was more of a
Gillies. Everybody in that line's in the Hall of Fame. Gillies is in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
We got to get him on the show.
That's
The whole line's in
the whole line's in the Hall of
That's
Fame.
amazing.
We got to get him on the show.
Yeah.
Ted Lindsay, Gordie Howe from the Detroit Red Wings.
That's two tough guys in the Hall of Fame.
That's number 4. Number 4, Maurice and Henri Richard.
Maurice and Henri the Pocket Rocket.
That's so funny. Richard was you just told me that
Yes.
Henri was known as the Pocket Rocket.
Yeah, yeah. Maurice was the Rocket, and Henri was a little fella, so he was the Pocket Rocket, which Roach then informed me was some sort of sexual toy.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
When I worked at the adult store, the number 1 selling toy was the Pocket Rocket and the Techno Rabbit.
Here's my little trivia. Henri Richard, most Stanley Cups as a player of all time.
How many is he at?
11. That's sick.
Yeah.
Imagine winning
That's crazy.
11 Stanley Cups.
Wow.
No, as my team's not one.
Who's close to that? Who comes close to that?
And other guys on those
yeah.
Canadians.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the first 10 people are all on the Canadian.
Well, those are like
teams.
the Yankees in the 50s and the 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
Although like the Celtics players, they all have like Russell's got like 11 championship rings.
It's funny. I was just brings to mind, the great teams, the great dominant teams. I was driving home from a softball doubleheader, and it was Yogi Berra Day, and they were like introducing him and just reading his accomplishments. And I'm there like, did this guy ever play a season where they didn't win the championship?
He has 10 World Series rings. This guy's a multiple All-Star, MVP. He's definitely one of the most. And as a catcher, that longevity is definitely unprecedented. And I think he's done everything as far as baseball is concerned.
Yep.
Number 2, Phil Esposito and Bobby Orr.
That'll do it for me right there. Those guys. Oof. Bobby Orr, and I've said this before on the podcast. Bobby Orr is the only guy that I can remember in my life, in my 1,000 years watching hockey, who, when he was standing behind the opposition net, just looking down the ice, made you nervous because he could just come the whole way and put it in the net.
And as a defenseman.
Yep. And that was in the days where a defenseman didn't score. He changed the game.
He only played like 10 seasons also. He didn't have a long career. Why was that? I always wondered that.
His knee got blown out. And those were the days where you had knee surgery and you were done.
Yeah, it was endoscopic. There was no,
And actually, very late in his career, he played in one of those like world, championship
the World
things.
Cup of hockey
one
stuff,
of those things where they played the Russians and all that kind of thing. And he was the best player on the ice, and he was basically playing on one leg. That's how good he was. I mean, the guy was phenomenal.
Number 1, we knew it was going to be Wayne Gretzky and somebody.
All right,
Wayne Gretzky and Yari Curry.
all right. That was a pick by AJ. There you go.
Damn.
That's impressive.
And they're on the Kings together too.
Who were?
But what?
Who were? Gretzky and Curry?
No.
Well, you know what was
Salino
funny?
and Barnes.
They Gretzky went to the Kings.
No, what? He's dead.
Gretzky
Exactly.
Gretzky went to the Kings and played with Robitaille. Robitaille scored like 1,000 goals playing with Gretzky.
Yeah.
Then the Rangers picked him up, and he wasn't quite as effective without Gretzky.
Luke Robitaille would never return my texts.
Well, that was like with that. My saying they're
I
on.
got his number from Duguay. He never returned my texts.
Why would he return your text?
Because he knew he would say
I want them
something.
to- yeah.
He knew he would say something like that.
Why would he return
That he wasn't effective without Gretzky.
I said, Luke, and then he wouldn't text me. I said, Luke, text me. I'm not your father.
Oh, see, there you go. That's your reason.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so that's it for the dynamic duos. Can we have a little outro music there, Tony?
What do you want, the same music?
Same
Yes.
music.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez, sorry.
We got to bookend it.
Sorry.
Hope you guys enjoyed that singing. Come on, Anthony. Give me a little shoulder. Shimmy. Shimmy!
I'm gonna-
Get hand off me!
Shimmy!
I'm getting vomit in my mouth. Watching you do that.
I'm going to
Thank you,
mention on the outro. I'm going to mention a duo that I actually asked you about prior. They got an honorable mention in one of these articles. Two goalies on a.
That's right.
You got like a goalie tandem, boys.
A goalie tandem.
Trying to think.
Smith and Rush.
Smith
Yeah,
and
I
Resch
would
is it.
think-
That's a great one. That's a great
Rowan
one.
Smith.
All right. I'm gonna. You guys think about that. I want to tell you this. The guys that were mentioned.
Sorry.
Back in the days,
think two
it's like
goalies on the
68,
same
67 when they expanded the NHL.
Right.
The expansion draft was a joke. You got like the wretched refuse and the dregs of the league was all that was available to you. So the St. Louis Blues sort of thought outside the box, and they picked up one of the all-time greatest goalies ever, Glenn Hall, who was 106 years old or something at the time, and Jacques Plante, the other all-time greatest goalie of all time,
Okay.
who had been retired for 2 years.
That's insane.
And they decided, those days, one goalie basically played every game, but they brought in these two old goalies who were like legends. They alternated them in games, and the guys won the Vezina Trophy. Which is, the guys won the Vezina Trophy when they were like the oldest guys in the league.
That's crazy.
Trying to think recently who.
How about Lundqvist and Cam Talbot?
That's a good one. How about Lundqvist and Steve Valiquette? No?
No.
You could do Patrick Waugh and whoever he played with.
Yeah, exactly. There's a bunch of guys like
I
that.
know Brian Elliott and Yaroslav Halak, I think 2011 were out of this world good.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we have Sorokin Varlamov, but I wouldn't put all time for them. Not even close.
Sorry, guys.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I just realized I
He's
never.
listening to. What do you
Go-Go's.
Go-Go's.
I'm sorry, AJ. I just realized I never shared the friggin' podcast.
Well, how's it going to go on iTunes if you don't share it?
No, I mean, I never shared it to my page. Son of a
Jeez.
bitch.
All right, we're gonna while you share it to your page, I think we're going to we're gonna go to AJ.
Yeah.
Coast to coast.
Coast to coast.
It's Hockey Coast to Coast with a man whose knowledge of hockey is more expansive than Chris Roach's seemingly boundless cranium. AJ DeVito.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
What do you got for us this week, AJ?
So, off to Vancouver.
That's my plane landing.
Is your plane landing?
We got Kyle Burrows scoring his first career goal for the Vancouver Canucks, his hometown team. Excuse me, I can't speak today. And he was an Islander prospect. He played for Colorado, so shout out Kyle Burrows. Congrats on your first goal.
Nice.
Little good story.
Nice.
Moving on to Calgary.
Like Andre the Giant.
That's my Calgary impression.
Andrew Mangiapane is second in the league, goals scored this year, tied with Alexander Ovechkin with 15 goals.
Really?
He's really pushing it to make the Canadian Olympic team this year, hopefully in
Wow.
February.
Wow.
He's been outstanding, obviously one of the best goal scorers. He put 2 past us on our home opener, but we'll skip over that part. Moving on to Minnesota.
It's really friggin' cold here.
What's the matter there?
Wild captain Jared Spurgeon will be out for the next few weeks with a lower body injury. You always have to love the hockey terminology
Yeah.
of upper or lower body
Yeah,
injury.
they just do that because they don't want to give the other team
Yeah.
something to shoot at now because you never can get any info. It's either up or lower.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, every other sport tells you exactly what it is. Hockey's like lower.
And
lower
here's
body.
here's my question: does anybody ever get a mid-body injury?
No.
No, never happens. It's never
Right?
happened.
You never hear of a mid-body
The
injury.
midsection is pretty tough.
They just flip the coin if it's a midsection, you know?
There you go.
Moving on to Dallas. This was a very big story.
Hold on, all aboard!
Stars rookie Riley Tuft bought tickets for his friends and family for his home city debut.
I heard this.
And the coach healthy scratched him.
Was that just like a
That
huge
is
dick
evil.
move? Did they ask the coach about it? What did he say?
They asked him. I mean, he is on the hot seat right now anyway, Rick Bonus.
Yeah.
So he's just like, it's hockey. It happens. He didn't even apologize or anything, apparently.
Wow.
That we know of.
Not even Tortorella would do that.
That's a pretty big dick move right there.
That's a dick move.
He had to buy seats. He had to buy seats off his teammates too. So I mean, just
Wow.
Yikes.
What a daiquiri.
All right, we give the big thumbs down to Rick Bonus on that one.
Shame.
Not a classy move.
Rick Boner.
Moving on to Florida.
Come on, guys. Hold on. All right, watch the gap.
Panthers superstar Alexander Barkov will be out week to week after colliding with Scott Mayfield. It was an unfortunate accident, but he is already back on the ice, so hopefully he'll be back soon. Never want to see a star player out.
Never.
And then moving on to their rivals, Tampa Bay.
All right.
It was a short drive.
All right. Who's got the ice? Here we go. Let's go. Come on.
Kind of breaking news, Braden Point will be out for 4 to 6 weeks with a upper body injury. So now they're down him and Kucherov, and none of these guys will be on LTIR, hopefully.
Oof. Oof. That was my guess. All right.
Moving up to Philadelphia.
Boo! That's my Philadelphia impression.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Throw batteries at Santa Claus.
Yeah, really.
Kevin Hayes scored his first goal since coming back from his injury, and he pointed up to the sky in tribute to his late brother Jimmy Hayes. It was a very emotional video.
We like Kevin Hayes.
Yeah, great guy, great family.
So sad.
Moving on to New Jersey.
Newark. That's Newark, yeah.
What's that smell?
The Devils released their new alternate jersey. I don't know if you guys saw them or not. They're black, and they say Jersey on them.
That's it?
So people,
great.
it literally just says Jersey.
They have a Jersey.
There's like white stripes on it. It's pretty rough to look at, I won't lie.
Wait, is it up yet?
Yeah, it's up. Check their Twitter or their Instagram. They're not as bad as I first thought they were, but all you have to do as a jersey connoisseur is take the New Jersey Devils logo and just put it on a black jersey.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science.
Right.
It just looks so dumb. Look it up now.
Oh, it is dumb.
Who dropped the ball?
It looks
on
like
that?
it's a joke. Like, so your pants are gonna say pants, your helmet's gonna say helmet, the stick's gonna say stick. What's going on there?
Look. It's a jersey jersey.
That's
brutal.
horrible.
That's
Is that Sluban? Pecan Sluban?
Or you know what they could have done? You want just have the J, like the devil horns on it.
Yeah,
that would have
something.
looked cool.
Yeah.
Or just do.
Oh, and Marty Brodeur designed these jerseys apparently. Brutal.
No, Brodeur did not design
Yes, he
them.
did. Yes, he did.
Marty Brodeur designed it, and they're going to put Leroy Neiman in net.
Jersey jersey.
Jeez, Brodeur. Just stick to goals.
That went right over their head, Tony.
Did you do a Neiman Marcus joke over there? What was that?
No. Go ahead.
Is that furniture?
Moving on to the TO, Toronto.
There you go.
Oh!
Out of a cannon.
Frogs.
In his second career game, Leafs goaltender Joseph Walsh shut out the New York Islanders.
No.
Not good.
Congratulations.
Johnny T came back and he shut us out.
Moving on to Ottawa.
Look out! Here we go.
I mean, guys are dropping like flies there, too. The Ottawa Senators season was put on pause due to COVID.
And here's the thing I read about them. They're like one of the most strict teams as far as being vaccinated and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
They had 10 guys out, so the league shut them down, and the Islanders are still going with 8 guys now.
You never want to prove Mr. DiDomenico right. It's scary.
Let's start a one of the crazy rumors, because I love crazy rumors
Okay.
that go
Yes.
around the country. Okay?
Yes.
Here's my theory: the vaccine causes COVID.
Yeah.
You know what?
You're saying it. It's like
I can see where that could happen.
Here's my theory about COVID. It started in Chris Roach's skates that have been rotting in his porch.
I'm sitting
no.
quiet.
See,
I'm
see
sitting
that
here
would,
quiet and you attack me?
No. Here's where that goes tragically wrong, Anthony, because a virus is a living thing and nothing lives in Chris Roach's skates.
That's true.
They're in my laundry room waiting. Waiting like Cinderella's slipper for me to enter them.
And last but not least, we have Montreal.
Oh, you fuck.
Cole Caulfield got called back up, finally, and he played 2 games and did absolutely nothing. Had a -4, no points.
All right.
All right.
So,
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah, right.
we are done. Boom.
It's Hockey Coast to Coast with a man whose knowledge of hockey is more expansive than Chris Roach's seemingly boundless cranium. AJ DeVito.
That's fucked up. Thank you, AJ.
Yeah.
Of course.
And now for Anthony's segment. Thank you, Anthony. Okay.
I started the show. What are you talking about?
Well,
I tried to have a conversation at the beginning about the ceremony and the Islanders thing.
That's right.
And you just babbled through it.
well, we want to thank you for being here today.
He more stammered than babbled, I think.
We want to thank you for
Yeah, thank you for being here. Because
Being
you're
here
not going to
today.
see me next
Wrong.
week.
don't listen. Keep it up. You want to be replaced by golf carts?
Please.
Golf cart?
I mean, DiPietro. Keep
Why
it
don't
up.
you replace me with
DiPietro.
You should replace
We're going to give him a 15-year
Believe me, I've
contract?
seen who works on your other
16.
podcast.
Got a while.
I don't think anybody you can replace me with is going to be better than that.
Right now, I don't have any other podcasts. Man
Smart.
chewing gum.
Smart.
Man chewing gum's coming out. Get ready.
When is Men Chewing Gum coming out?
Probably later this
How
week.
about you
John Trueson.
figure out how to get the show on iTunes instead of
do
making logos with...
I thought it happens automatically with
It doesn't
Anchor.
happen
I-
automatically. No,
I
what do
saw
we
it.
do?
It didn't say it was on iTunes.
It is not.
It
You
says
have-
only on
Bitch.
Spotify,
You have
Anchor,
to-
and some other.
You know how long it
crap.
took me just to do that?
What they will give you is they'll give you an RSS feed. You have to then put that in. You have to submit it to iTunes.
Oh,
I never
okay.
did that for mine, but like,
I'll
mine's
submit.
on iTunes. I don't know.
I'll
Maybe it
submit.
did it itself.
Somebody said I had to submit it to the RSS. There's only one way to do it.
So all you listeners out there, we're going to be on iTunes next week.
Yeah, he'll
But
take
the
a week to figure
podcast
that
is
out.
up. Well, podcast is up. We're on other. Where else are we? AJ, you said you saw us.
Anchor. I mean, the more reasonable one is Spotify,
Yeah,
though.
Spotify.
Because Anchor and Spotify are partners. So
Yeah.
So,
we're on
like
Spotify.
just checking, did we get like one of those?
And we're still on YouTube, clearly.
Did we get one of those multi-million-dollar contracts like Joe Rogan?
No.
With Spotify?
No, not yet.
well,
Not
actually,
yet.
they
We're
gave
gonna-
us some money not to do the podcast anymore, not to put it on their
Roach
platform.
turned down their
far-
offer to not do
Yeah,
it anymore.
they gave us money not to put our
So far,
our
we have an
platform.
estimated audience of 0.
Yeah,
There we
Thank
go.
you.
What's-
Thank you.
So what you're telling me is the only people hearing this podcast are currently in this room.
yeah. But if
Yeah.
you share
Right.
it, it's like Roach's thing is like Field of Dreams. If you share it, they
I
will
thought
come.
maybe you needed some numbers, like it won't recognize you until you get like
No.
100
There's
listens.
there's only one way to get a show on iTunes. That's submit the RSS feed. But once again, you'll never ask me.
Anthony knows this
You don't-
stuff. Why don't you
no,
ask
he'll never
why
ask
don't
me
you
'cause-
Why don't you ask Anthony? Anthony actually knows about this.
I try to talk to him as little as possible.
That may be a bad call.
Yeah.
People are watching on YouTube.
Yeah, there you go, you
3
suckers. Thank you for the 3 people
Do we know
watching.
who they are?
Next week.
No.
And the other, yeah,
One of them is my mom.
And two on Facebook.
All right. Do
they're
we know who
definitely
they
from
are?
my page. I shared it.
No.
How
All
can I tell? I'm looking on Facebook.
I shared on my Facebook. They're definitely watching from mine.
Yeah, I'm on. I mean, I have one share from my Facebook page.
This is the saddest thing I've ever seen. You guys are like junior high school girls who are like sad because
And anybody who
no one's liking your prom
anybody who's
pictures.
found this from Google, no, you're looking. No, the Keep Moving Forward podcast is the one you should be listening to. That's the one that people listen.
Yeah, keep moving forward and make sure you tune into Anthony if you see what cigar he's smoking that day.
Okay.
I can't wait till some 8-year-old comes out with a thing called man chewing licorice and like
Yeah.
blows Roach away.
I'll have him as a guest on my podcast. No, but seriously, guys, thank you so much, and
Wait for a guy staring at a wall to really go. That'll be the next one.
hope everybody has a lovely, lovely Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yep.
What are you thankful for, Chris Roach?
I'm thankful for you guys for showing up for my podcast and everyone in this room that helped make this possible. That's what I'm thankful for today. And Jesus. And AJ.
And AJ.
All right, that's not bad.
I'll be thankful for a Ranger win on Wednesday.
Oh,
I'll be thankful for Islander win on.
I'm having deja vu. Did the Rangers and Islanders always play on like Thanksgiving Eve?
No.
No.
There's been a lot of
Sometimes.
them actually. Yeah, I mean, hopefully
I
it's,
remember. Yeah.
Well,
All right.
it's a good game to have because they're both close to home then.
both home.
Yeah.
You know, for the holidays, it's a rivalry game, so you know
It's going to be fun.
it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this.
I'm thankful Sally's surgery went well. Sally, we miss
Yeah,
you.
Sally.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you, guys.
Please.
All right.
I'm thankful that maybe this is my last show ever here.
I'm thankful there's a lot of time left in the hockey season. We're not
Yes,
done, we're not
yes.
done yet.
There you
Not
go.
done yet. I'm not ready to throw the towel in.
We're
I'm
gonna.
not either. I'm not throwing the towel in.
No, they got a lot of home games coming, and they will right the ship. You know that Barry Trotz is a great coach, and we will see you in the playoffs, and it'll be exciting.
Yeah. Maybe we'll be on Patreon next week.
Yeah, when you get a viewer first before we get people for extra.
We'll see. Wait, let me see. We got a view yet.
Patreon.
Nope. All right. Who wants to take us out? Who wants to lead us out?
Go ahead. You do it.
This has been Comedians on Hockey, Episode 5. We hope you enjoyed it, and please tell your friends. Tell your friends. We'll be here every Wednesday, 5 p.m. EST.
If anybody knows the owner of
Directly in the
Apple, tell
butt
him to tell them to put the show on that after you call him.
The right day, though, would help.
It's also Tuesday, but
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday,
That's
not
not
Wednesday. Tuesday. Damn it, 5 o'clock Tuesday, EST.
Comedians
friend.
on Hockey takes no responsibility for things that come out of Chris Roach's
That's
mouth.
right. Neither did my parents. Tune in. We're having fun here.
You are. You know what else is?
All right. Thank you.